the whole world's economy seems to be screwed, right? And we're all looking for ways to stretch our dollar, to save a couple bucks, and to make our dollar last. So what better way, especially if you're into fragrances and into this hobby like I am, which I know you are, you wouldn't be watching this video, to make your buck stretch than to buy cheap fragrances. We can't always buy the niche luxury fragrances. We can't always buy the designer fragrances. Sometimes we're just looking for a great, cheap, affordable fragrance that smells great. So today, I want to talk about my top 5 cheap, affordable fragrances that I'd give a 10 out of 10. Let's go. Welcome back. I'm so glad you found my channel. If you're brand new, my name is Scott Aromatico, and this is the Scott Aromatico Fragrance Review channel, and I'm so happy to see each and every one of you today. Thank you for being here. I couldn't be happier. All right, let's dive in. Today we're talking about my 5 favorite cheapy fragrances that I'd give a 10 out of 10. First fragrance I'm going to talk about, this is a fragrance I've owned for a very long time. Now, I have the original Rochas L'Homme. This fragrance is absolutely amazing. It is an affordable cheapie, but I just recently upgraded to this bad boy right here, Rochas L'Homme Intense. All right, this is an intense version, a stronger version, a more powerful version of the original, and I love it. Either way, you can't go wrong, either formulation. They're both around that $32, $36 price mark, somewhere in between there. This one right here is the one I'm going to talk about. I got this for $32 at Gift Express. This fragrance right here is absolutely gorgeous because I love the rhubarb note. It's absolutely intoxicating, and there's so much of it. It is dialed way up compared to the original, and it just smells so good. And then when you combine it with all those citrus notes, especially that heavenly, heavy, sweet, citrusy orange, it's absolutely fantastic. And the intensity on this one is dialed way up. You get a nice punch of ginger, you get that sweet vanilla-like scent, and then it's just warm and cozy from the amber. And then as it starts to dry down, you get this nice sweetness, but the woodiness on the base really helps balance this one out. Man, I get 8 hours on my skin with this one, and for 35 bucks, somewhere around there, you cannot beat that. So for that reason, I give this one a 10 out of 10, and I love this one. What do you think, guys? Have you ever tried anything from Lacoste? And in particular, Rochas L'Homme. So good, right? All right, next fragrance I'm gonna talk about. Started out as a decant, became a full bottle, had to have it. This guy right here, this is everywhere. The hype is real on this one. This one is called Missoni Wave. Love this one, so good. Aquatic, fresh, lots of citrus, aromatic lavender, slightly sweet. I think you can find this one on Fragrance Net for around 43 bucks if you buy the tester. This one is so good. I love how fresh and clean and aquatic this is. This is definitely refreshing. And for that price, I know 43 bucks, a little bit higher, but not that bad, right? Compared to what you spend for retail when you walk into like a Dillard's or a Macy's or any retail store, you know, these fragrances are $100 on up, but when you know where to look, sometimes you can find this one in the wild at a box store, but if you look on discounters, you can pick this up for somewhere in that $40 range. And this one is going to do the trick. It is so refreshing, it's so clean, it's office safe. You're going to get a lot of compliments for this one, and it's just perfect for the spring and summer. And that's what I tried to do. And I know the title is Cheapy Fragrances that I'd give a 10 out of 10. There are a lot of rich, thick fragrances that I would give a 10 out of 10 that are cheap, that are perfect for the fall and winter. But because we're here in spring and summer, I'm choosing fresh, citrusy, aquatic fragrances for this particular video. And this one really does the trick because it is refreshing and it just smells so good. I get about 6 hours on my skin. The bubble is really, really huge for about 2 hours. And like I said, when you wear this one, people are gonna notice. So for that reason, because it's such a head turner, I had to put Missoni Wave on this list as a 10 out of 10 as far as cheap fragrances go. All right, next one of my favorite pickups this year. I just recently got this. I don't know what took me so long. I guess I'm just hard-headed, right? This one right here by Rochas L'Homme. And this isn't the only cheap fragrance that is amazing by Rochas. Y'all know them for their other cheapy fragrance by Rochas, Moustache. Again, I'm talking about spring and summer fragrances, but this baby right here is the quintessential fall and winter fragrance and very affordable. But this guy right here, Unbelievable. I love this fragrance. I just recently did a ultimate blue fragrances and I ranked it. Go and watch that video if you want to find out where I put this one in the countdown, because I actually ranked those blue fragrances from Bleu de Chanel to Sauvage. This one made the list, and you can see if you watch that video. Look in the link down below and you'll find that video. The video did really, really well, so definitely check that one out. This fragrance is one of my favorites. I am so glad I found this one. It also started out as a decant for me as well. So good. You can find Rochas L'Homme on Fragrance Net for around $36. What a great price. Definitely in that blue genre, which helps make this very versatile. You can wear it for any time, any occasion, any time of the year, any event, but it is so good. So what I like about this one is it opens up really kind of tart and sweet from that blood orange, and then the pineapple really just hits you right away. The only thing I wish is that the pineapple would last just a little bit longer. It kind of dissipates really, really quick. I really love the pineapple citrus note. It just smells so good. So I'm a big fan of that, but it kind of goes away pretty quick. And then you're left with a little bit of spiciness coming from the cardamom, a little bit of aromatic touch from the juniper, and then it just becomes very, very sweet from the tonka. And like I said, one of the things I love about this one, which I think makes this so unique, is you can't really discern the notes. They're really not like kind of, hitting you all at different times. It's kind of all, blended together, and it just makes this an unusual fragrance. It's a little bit linear, from the time you spray it to the time it dries down. I pretty much am getting the same fragrance, but it just does have that nice blue fragrance feel. And with a blue fragrance, you can just wear it anytime. So for that reason, I give it a 10 out of 10. One of my new favorite fragrances. And guys, by the way, right now, when I'm doing this top 5, you gotta understand, my moods change just like yours do. And so this is my top 5 right now. Heck, it could change next week and I could have a whole new 5 cheapie list that I love to wear that I would give a 10 out of 10. I'm sure you're probably the same. It all depends on the mood and how you're feeling. But right now, these 5 are the ones for me this spring and summer. All right, the next one we're gonna talk about is from a company called Halloween. And Halloween is also known for their cheap fragrances for the fall and winter. But this one right here is absolutely perfect for this time of year. Oh, I love this fragrance. It's very youthful. This is called Hero by Halloween. This is so good. I know I've been saying that on every fragrance, but it is. I love bubblegummy, sweet, youthful fragrances, and that's what you get. I love the gradient bottle with this one. It's so cool, right? And you can find this one for around $32 on Fragrance Net, and it's just amazing. So good. $32. You got an aquatic blast right away. You're getting a lot of citrus, very bubblegummy from that grapefruit note, a lot of ginger. It's very cozy and fizzy, and I just really love it. It warms up as it dries down. And like I said, this one definitely gives me Invictus vibes, but for a whole lot cheaper, like $32. You can't beat that, right? So good. You definitely need to try this one. This one goes beast mode on me. I get about 8 hours on my skin, and it seems to last all day. And I'm here for it. I love a cheap fragrance that'll last all day on my skin. If you guys ever try this one, you definitely need to give it a try. Just a new pickup. I'm so glad I bought this one. It started out as a decant, and I'm talking about a Middle Eastern fragrance. This is from the house of Afnan. This is called 9 AM Dive. Isn't that a cool bottle? I love the presentation with this one. Man, is this a great fragrance. When I first got this fragrance, especially when I got it as a decant, I thought it was gonna be like this really overly sweet, fresh aquatic, but it's really not that at all. This is a very, very heavy mint fragrance with black currant, and then the green apple note is really, really strong. When I first sprayed this, and I don't know if you guys see that or not, or have ever smelled this fragrance, I really got a Spice Bomb Night Vision kind of vibe going on, but maybe not as loud and not as sweet. But with that green apple and the mint, man, I really, really love it. You've got some freshness coming from the pink pepper. Again, you've got that black currant. And then there's a nice incense vibe, but it's not too heavy and not too in your face. You get a punch of ginger. And then as it starts to dry down, you get this slightly woody undertones. The one thing I like about this fragrance, let me spray it real quick. The one thing I like about this fragrance that's so unusual is, more than I get an aquatic vibe, I really get this like fresh, clean, soapy vibe. It really smells like you just stepped out of the shower in the same way as like you would get like a shower gel vibe like with Nautica Voyage. This one is just fresh, clean, soapy, fresh out of the shower. I really, really like it. It just smells so good. Again, a lot of the notes really aren't that discernible. They kind of all blend together. I really, really like this one. It's just the mint is so heavy, the green apple is good, and then that incense, just so fresh and so clean and so soapy. I feel like this is the perfect office fragrance. It's gonna be very mass appealing. It's gonna be a blind reach. Nothing too like crazy going on with this fragrance. It's not like earth shattering, but I just really love it. I really love how different it is, how fresh, clean, soapy. It just smells so good. So I'm so glad to have this in my collection, and it's just another great cheapie. You can pick this up for like around 35 bucks or so. I got this at Donatella Perfumes for that price, and it's a great fragrance. You're gonna get about 6 hours on your skin, and then you might have to reapply, but it's still so good. I get about 2 hours of projection, and I love this fragrance. It's perfect for this time of year. Another fresh, clean, soapy fragrance. You can't beat it for the price. So definitely give Afnan a try. It's a great Middle Eastern company. Middle Eastern fragrances are all the rage right now. 9 a.m. dive, I highly recommend it. All right, what are some of your 5 favorite cheapie fragrances that you'd give a 10 out of 10? I'd love to hear down in the comments down below. If you got any value from this video whatsoever, please leave a thumbs up. Tell all your friends about these videos and just spread the Scott Aromatico movement. Now, I'd love to have you a part of my fragrance family because I know so many of you that watch my videos are not subscribed here. It doesn't cost you anything. It'll take 2 seconds to push that subscribe button. No money spent. Then just go ahead and hit those bell notifications so you're always notified when I do a video, and the videos will come right in your feed because you never know when I'm doing a giveaway, special interviews, special guests. I love talking about all things fragrances, so come on and join me. Hit that subscribe button down below and hit those bell notifications. And I cannot wait to see you until the next video. Until then, this is Scott Aromatico, out.